Buffalo, welcome back to the Kiosk Presents. Well, fall is here. The students are starting back into school at Buff State and UB. And, you know, back in my day, the technology we dealt with was called a calculator, or if we were really lucky, a cassette tape recorder. But, you know, now there is a lot of technology that students are using when they come back into school. And we've got a very special guest. His name is Brian Kibby, president of McGraw-Hill Higher Education, who's going to tell us all about it. Hi, Brian. Welcome to the Kiosk Presents.
Good morning, Brian, and good morning, everyone.
Now, with all the students returning to school, what kind of technology and what can they use to kind of get into gear right away?
Well, to your point, the technology available to students today is vastly different than what was available to us. For example, and really to the parents out there with students going to college, there is no excuse now for students not to get a B or an A in every course, because what's available to students is incredible. For example, you can go to a calculus class, and immediately following the calculus class through a technology called Integrity, which is a professor's class will be videotaped, and immediately following the class, a student can download and search specific pieces of the lecture. So no more trying to figure out, run through your notes and try to figure out what a professor said. And there are also personalized learning systems. In our case, it's called LearnSmart and Alex. And these systems know the student in many ways better than they know themselves. So there's no excuse now, if you do the work, to not do very well in college, but also have a great time as well, because that's in some parts why you're there. But the technology today is incredible.
Well, and the students that are in college now, I mean, face it, they've grown up with computer technology, and they probably had a mouse in their hand by the age of 2. So this is all very familiar with them. I think maybe they just need to know that they can apply all those computer skills they've had as young people to what they're doing with their higher education.
Now, here's the interesting thing, though. While students have grown up with it, studies show that 99% of all college students have a mobile device of some kind, and 70% are navigating 3 devices. But yet, the vast majority of students still are working with print materials, which ultimately is, candidly, a little crazy, in that 2 years from now, if my company has our way, 2 years from now, we will see no print textbooks anywhere in the world.
Wow.
And it's really ultimately about why the digital experience. You not only have your content in a familiar environment, but you have all these different technologies that will help you improve your confidence, because ultimately it's about confidence. You got a great gig on TV because you had the confidence to make it to your sophomore year in college and then graduate. 30% of incoming freshmen right now will not make it to their sophomore year at the 4-year level. At the community college level, 60% won't make it to the next level. It's not because they lack aptitude, it's about confidence. So the new systems, whether it's lecture, capturing a professor's lecture and be able to search it, or have these systems called LearnSmart, these personalized learning systems, it'll change all that, but we got to build their confidence.
Well, and I even understand that there are some educational games. I mean, I know so many young people that we call gamers these days that have grown up with that sort of environment, and you've got, you know, it sounds like, oh, it's for kids, but really not. I mean, there's some educational games that are very helpful for their higher education capabilities.
No question about that. And the personalized learning experiences, these technologies, are very similar to gaming technologies. Students are used to growing up with games. Games won't let you move to the next level until you have the confidence that you can beat the game at the next level, and then they give you harder material. So these are things that students are very familiar with growing up, and so now it's about making sure that parents, instructors, administrators, government officials truly understand what's available. And what we're going to see greater retention rates, we're going to see greater results, we're going to see better graduation rates, and ultimately we'll have a more prosperous economy as a result.
Well, Brian, tell us a little more about your company and what products you've kind of worked on. I know you have already mentioned to a few of them,
Sure.
but where can people go to get more information specifically about that, both students and maybe educators as
Sure.
well?
My company is McGraw-Hill. It's the world's most recognized learning company, education company. We produce education materials from K through 20, K to life in many ways. And you can go to get more information at mheducation.com, or you can follow me on Twitter at Brian Kibby.
Wonderful. Well, and it is such a serious topic, and it's so important to the future of our country and all these young people that are in college now to do as well as they can. And it's nice that you've got a real vision to be able to present that in a way that's going to be useful for them. And as you mentioned, it can even be fun as well.
That's right. We're very excited about our vision, but more importantly, we're excited about the futures of the college incoming freshman class.
Wonderful. Well, Brian, thank you so much for joining us on the Kiosk Presents today. And everyone, please take a look at the website information we've got listed below, and enjoy getting back to school.
Thank you, Brian.